craziest ways celebrities died. You've seen them on screens, stages, and feeds, celebrities worshipped like modern-day gods. But guess what? They're human just like us. And some of them, they went out in ways so wild, so bizarre, you won't believe it. Ever heard of a singer electrocuting himself in his own bathtub? Or an escape artist taken down by his own appendix? Sounds crazy, right? But it gets weirder. From toilet mishaps to stunts that belong in the Darwin Awards, this is the dark side of fame you didn't know about. Ready to find out how these legends met their match? Trust me, you won't see this coming. Let's dive in. John James. John James, a Canadian rapper, stunt performer, and professional skier, gained prominence during the 2010s. Known for his versatility, he often incorporated daring stunts into his music videos. Sounds impressive, right? Unfortunately, one such stunt pushed the limits too far. In 2018, while filming for an upcoming music video, James attempted an extremely reckless feat. Walking along the wing of an airborne plane, and not just any plane, a small Cessna aircraft, flying hundreds of feet above the ground. As he stepped onto the wing, his weight disrupted the plane's balance, causing it to spiral downward. Now, James wasn't entirely reckless. He had strapped on a parachute as a precaution. But in the midst of the chaos, he clung to the wing for too long. By the time he finally let go, there was no opportunity to deploy the parachute in time. The outcome was inevitable. Let's just hope that particular music video never sees the light of day. Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley, famously known as the King of Rock and Roll, remains one of the most legendary figures in music history. Although his career reached its peak in the 1950s, he still holds the position of the world's third highest-selling music artist. That's pretty remarkable, right? What's far less admirable, however, is the manner in which he passed away. As he entered his 40s, his health took a serious decline. He had a strong fondness for rich, fatty foods, particularly hamburgers. But as he aged and his metabolism naturally slowed, his indulgent diet caused his weight to soar to approximately 350 pounds, nearly twice the size of the average man today. Unfortunately, in 1977, when he was just 42, his excessive lifestyle took its toll. While attempting to relieve himself in the bathroom, Elvis, who struggled with severe constipation, suffered a fatal heart attack. However, this wasn't an ordinary heart attack. According to the coroner, it resulted from something called Valsalva's maneuver. In simple terms, he strained so intensely while trying to have a bowel movement that it put pressure on his aorta, one of the heart's primary blood sources, ultimately triggering the attack. Tragically, the King of Rock and Roll was later discovered unresponsive by his girlfriend, lying face down and partially undressed on the bathroom floor. Not exactly the most rock and roll way to go, is it? Dar Robinson. Dar Robinson, a legendary American stuntman and actor, dominated the industry from the 1960s to the 1980s, setting an impressive 21 world stunt records. Dubbed the King of the Stuntmen, he was known for jaw-dropping feats, including an astonishing 900-foot freefall from Toronto's CN Tower. Incredible, right? But even the bravest daredevils can't outrun danger forever. In 1986, while working as a stunt double on the high-energy film $1 Million Mystery, Robinson performed a daring maneuver, crashing a motorcycle into a guardrail at 40 miles per hour before launching himself over it into a safety net. With the toughest stunt behind him, he likely felt he could ease up. Unfortunately, that proved to be a fatal assumption. Later that day, while filming a routine motorbike chase, he raced down a steep hill toward a sharp curve. Instead of making the turn, he lost control of his dirt bike and plummeted off a rugged 40-foot cliff. What a tragic and unexpected ending. Steve Irwin. If you grew up in the 90s, then you know Steve Irwin was an absolute legend. This Australian wildlife enthusiast became famous as a charismatic TV personality, primarily for hosting the hit nature series, The Crocodile Hunter. True to its name, the show featured him interacting with crocodiles, snakes, spiders. Basically, if it was deadly, Steve made it his mission to get up close. Then, in September 2006, he was off the eastern coast of Australia filming a new documentary called Ocean's Deadliest. While wading through shallow waters, Irwin encountered a massive short-tailed stingray spanning an incredible 8 feet across. Now, any rational person would instinctively keep their distance from such an enormous creature. But Steve Irwin wasn't just anyone. He moved in for a better look, confident that stingrays are generally docile and more likely to flee than attack. Unfortunately, this particular stingray wasn't in the mood to play nice. As Steve drew nearer, the creature unexpectedly lifted its front and plunged its razor-sharp 8-inch barb straight into his chest. Irwin initially believed the stingray's barb had pierced his lung, but in reality it had punctured his heart. As if that wasn't deadly enough, short-tailed stingray barbs are also venomous. Well, at least he passed away doing what he was passionate about, which is certainly a better fate than dying on the toilet. Some of these celebrity deaths will leave you speechless. Drop it a one-it in the comments and stay until the end to hear the craziest stories. Bruce Lee. Finding a celebrity as fearless as Steve Irwin is no easy task, but Bruce Lee might just fit the bill. The Hong Kong-American martial artist and actor became a global icon through films like Enter the Dragon and The Way of the Dragon, while also popularizing the legendary phrase, "Be water, my friend." So undeniably cool. Given his legendary status, one might assume it would take something extraordinary to bring him down. Yet reality proved otherwise. In 1973, while rehearsing for an upcoming film, Lee complained of dizziness and a headache. His lover, Betty Ting, offered him Equagesic, a powerful aspirin-based medication. After taking the pill, he lay down to rest, only to never wake up. Official reports attributed his death to cerebral edema or brain swelling, triggered by an allergic reaction to the drug. However, recent research suggests a different culprit: kidney dysfunction. Despite his lean physique, Lee frequently followed juice-based diets and consumed excessive amounts of water, disrupting his body's hydration balance. This may have led to hyponatremia, a condition where excess water retention causes nausea, cramping, and, you guessed it, headaches. In severe cases like Lee's, it can result in seizures and rapid brain swelling. Perhaps after all it was too much water, my friend. Jeff Buckley. American singer-songwriter Jeff Buckley skyrocketed to fame in the mid-1990s, largely due to his haunting rendition of Hallelujah. Ironically, his tragic end would be anything but divine. In 1997, Buckley was in Memphis, working on the follow-up to his critically acclaimed debut album, Grace. One warm afternoon, he and his friend Keith Foti decided to relax by the Wolf River, a tributary of the Mississippi. Feeling spontaneous, Buckley waded into the water, without bothering to remove his jeans, t-shirt, or even his combat boots. Swimming while fully clothed is significantly harder since wet fabric becomes heavy and restrictive. However, Buckley, a strong swimmer, seemed unconcerned. At first, everything appeared normal, until a boat passed by. As it moved through the river, Foti briefly lost sight of Buckley. What exactly transpired remains a mystery, but one thing was certain: he vanished. It's likely that turbulence from the boat's wake dragged him underwater. When his body was discovered 5 days later, toxicology reports confirmed he was completely sober at the time. A deeply unsettling and strangely un-rock-and-roll way to go. John Denver. However, Jeff Buckley isn't the only musician to meet a watery end. Renowned country singer-songwriter John Denver suffered a similar fate. Best known for timeless hits like Take Me Home Country Roads and Leaving on a Jet Plane, Denver's music eerily foreshadowed his own tragic passing. Beyond his success in the music industry, he had a deep passion for aviation. Throughout his flying career, he logged an impressive 700-plus hours in the sky. However, in October 1997, Denver had just acquired a sleek, long, easy aircraft and was eager to test it out. Taking off from Monterey Peninsula Airport, he set course over the Pacific Ocean. The weather was pristine, clear skies, perfect conditions for flying. But at exactly 5:28 p.m., witnesses on the ground heard a sudden, explosive noise. His plane had plummeted straight into the sea. Given his experience, what could have gone so terribly wrong? Turns out, in his excitement, Denver had neglected a crucial step: refueling the aircraft. That's surprising, considering a trained pilot would typically conduct thorough pre-flight inspections to avoid such oversights, right? Well, there's a catch. Denver wasn't actually licensed to fly at the time. His pilot's license had been revoked over a year earlier, and now it's all too clear why. Man, first Bruce Lee, then Jeff Buckley, and now John Denver. Celebrities and bodies of water just don't seem to mix. Jim Heselden. Not all famous figures come from Hollywood. Take Jim Heselden, for instance. He gained recognition as a successful entrepreneur, best known for developing the Hesco Bastion, a key military fortification. With the immense wealth he amassed, Heselden went on to purchase Segway Inc., the company behind the iconic two-wheeled personal transporter, from its original inventor in 2009. Ironically, that very decision would lead to his tragic end. Following the acquisition, Heselden seemingly embraced the Segway as his preferred mode of transport. During one of his rides, he encountered a pedestrian walking their dog. Ordinarily, that wouldn't be an issue, but Heselden happened to be traveling near a dangerously steep drop. In an effort to provide the dog walker with extra space, he reversed, only to lose control of the Segway entirely and vanish from view. Any guesses as to where he landed? Unfortunately, both Heselden and his Segway plummeted 40 feet below, and neither made it out alive. Life can be unpredictable. Have you ever experienced an unexpected event with ironic consequences? Share your story in the comments below. Xiao Chumei. From Addison Rae to Bella Poarch and Charli D'Amelio, a new wave of celebrities has risen to fame through TikTok. In China, the trend is no different, with 23-year-old Xiao Chumei amassing over 100,000 followers on Douyin, the country's version of the app. A professional crane operator, she captivated audiences with live streams filmed from high above in her cabin. However, in July 2021, a routine video took a horrifying turn. While recording herself atop the crane as usual, Chumei somehow lost her footing and plunged 160 feet to her death, roughly the same height as London's Nelson's Column. As terrifying as that sounds, what makes it even more unsettling is that she continued holding onto her phone throughout the fall, inadvertently live streaming the entire tragedy. Social media is no stranger to eerie content, but this incident might just take the crown. Or in this case, well, the opposite. Timothy Hall, Timbo the Redneck. Timothy Hall, better known online as Timbo the Redneck, built a following of over 200,000 fans by sharing videos of fishing, pranks and stunts with his prize pickup truck Big Booty Judy. Quite the name, huh? Unfortunately, like many dangerous loves, Judy would ultimately be his downfall. In 2021, at just 18 years old, Hall was attempting donuts in his beloved truck, but took things too far. Losing control at high speed, he was suddenly ejected through the driver's side window. Dazed and injured, he wasn't able to move in time before the truck flipped, crushing him beneath its weight. A devastating end to a young life. If there's any takeaway here, it's this. The only donuts you should be messing with are the kind that come glazed. Aeschylus. But bizarre celebrity deaths aren't just a modern phenomenon. Nearly 2,500 years before TikTok Timbo met his fate, ancient Greek playwright Aeschylus was roaming the streets. Dubbed the father of tragedy, his title would soon take on an ironic twist. One morning, Aeschylus stepped outside, perhaps to brainstorm ideas for his next great play. Little did he know, high above him, an eagle had just caught a tortoise and was clutching it tightly in its talons. According to legend, the bird mistook Aeschylus's gleaming bald head for a rock, and in an attempt to crack open the tortoise's shell, let it drop right onto his skull. Maybe the eagle just wasn't a fan of his work. As if that weren't eerie enough, Aeschylus was reportedly staying outdoors to avoid a prophecy that foretold he would die from a falling object. When luck runs out, it really runs out. Since he was the father of tragedy, it's possible later Greek playwrights embellished his death for dramatic effect. But if the tale is true, that would make him history's very first celebrity. Henry the Tortoises aren't the only creatures responsible for a celebrity's demise. Henry I, one of the most prominent figures of the 12th century, ruled England from 1100 to 1135. During the Middle Ages, lampreys were considered a delicacy among the upper class, and Henry had an insatiable craving for these jawless fish, best known for their nightmarish, sucker-like mouths lined with hooked teeth. According to a contemporary chronicler, the king was in the middle of one of his infamous lamprey feasts when, without warning, he keeled over and died. But what exactly happened? Did he choke, suffer an allergic reaction? While failing to properly clean a lamprey's mucus coating can lead to poisoning, causing symptoms like cramps, diarrhea and vomiting, no deaths have been definitively linked to it. So while the fish may have made Henry sick, it probably wasn't the true killer. A recent study suggests that the real culprit was Listeria monocytogenes, a lethal foodborne bacterium with a mortality rate of up to 30%. It can cause meningitis, sepsis and gastroenteritis, thriving in cool, damp environments, just like Henry's stone fortress. In the end, it seems England's king fell victim to either tainted seafood or deadly microbes, and honestly, neither sounds like a great way to go. Do you think the lampreys really killed King Henry I? Comment yes or no and tell us why. Tycho Brahe. Is there anything worse than desperately needing to pee but being unable to reach a bathroom? Tycho Brahe certainly knew that struggle. A Danish astronomer from the 16th century, Brahe is celebrated for mapping over 1,000 stars in his lifetime. You might assume an astronomer would lead a quiet, reserved life, but that wasn't the case with him. He owned a pet moose, and after losing part of his nose in a sword fight, he famously wore a brass prosthetic in its place. Yet the most extraordinary part of his story is how it ended. In 1601, Brahe attended a lavish banquet. At some point during the feast, he felt the pressing need to relieve himself. However, believing it would be rude to excuse himself, he chose to hold it in, and he committed to it, so much so that by the time he finally returned home hours later, he found himself completely unable to urinate. For days, Brahe remained unable to pee, and his condition rapidly worsened. Along with that, he developed relentless insomnia, a persistent fever, and severe delirium, symptoms eerily consistent with a ruptured bladder. After enduring 11 excruciating days, his bladder ultimately failed him, leading to his death. Yikes. So if you ever find yourself at a formal dinner and nature calls, forget etiquette, just go. Hans Steininger. Though not widely remembered today, Hans Steininger was a prominent figure in the mid-16th century. As the mayor of Braunau am Inn, Austria, he was well respected. But what truly made him stand out was his extraordinary facial hair. Steininger sported a legendary beard measuring an incredible 4.5 feet long, trailing well past his feet. It was so unwieldy that he typically folded it up and tucked it into his pocket to keep it under control. In September 1567, a fire broke out in Braunau am Inn. Without modern firefighting equipment like hoses or engines, such disasters could devastate an entire town in no time. As mayor, Steininger knew he had to take charge of the situation, but in the frantic rush he made one critical mistake. He forgot to secure his beard. While hurrying toward a staircase, Steininger accidentally stepped on his own facial hair, lost his balance, and tumbled down the stairs. The fall proved fatal. Guess you could say that unfortunate trip became his very own stairway to heaven. Rod Hull. Ever been peacefully watching TV when, the signal suddenly cuts out? Frustrating, right? No one understood that annoyance better than Rod Hull. A beloved British comedian and entertainer, Hull rose to fame in the 70s and 80s, always accompanied by his mischievous puppet sidekick Emu. In 1999, Hull was watching a soccer match with his son Oliver when the screen abruptly went blank. Irritated, rather than calling a professional, he decided to fix it himself. Grabbing a ladder, he climbed onto the roof to adjust the aerial. Meanwhile, Oliver stayed inside, waiting to confirm if the picture returned. But instead of a signal, he suddenly heard a crash, followed by a heavy thud. It wasn't the aerial that had fallen. His father had lost his footing, plummeting through the greenhouse and landing hard on the concrete floor below. A tragic and unexpected accident. Honestly, moments like this make you grateful that satellite TV is now a relic of the past. Sonny Bono. Long before Beyoncé and Jay-Z or Meghan and Harry, another powerhouse duo took the world by storm, Sonny and Cher. This iconic American pop and entertainment pair dominated the 60s and 70s, featuring the legendary goddess of pop, Cher, and her then-husband, Sonny Bono. While Cher remains a household name, Sonny was a major figure in his time as well. Beyond his success in music and television, he even dabbled in politics, serving as the mayor of Palm Springs. That is, until January 1998, when his story took a tragic turn. To ring in the new year, Sonny embarked on a family ski trip to Heavenly Ski Resort in California. Accompanied by his wife, Mary Whitaker, and their 2 children, he spent time skiing together before deciding to break off and hit the slopes solo. His family waited for him at the bottom, expecting him to follow soon after, but as the hours passed, there was still no sign of him. Concerned, a search and rescue team was dispatched, and when they finally located him, the outcome was grim. At some point, Sonny had lost control, veering off course and crashing headfirst into a tree on the edge of the slope. And let's be honest, when it comes to a collision between a human skull and a solid tree trunk, there's no question which one comes out on top. Luciano Resecconi. Soccer players aren't exactly known for their brilliance off the field, but one athlete took that stereotype to an all-time low in 1977. Luciano Resecconi, an Italian professional footballer, played for both Team Lazio and the national squad. Beyond his skills on the pitch, he had a well-known fondness for practical jokes, though one prank would prove to be his last. One day, Racecconi and a teammate decided to stir up some trouble at a jewelry store in Rome. Their master plan? Storming in with jackets over their faces, shouting, "Hands in the air!" Truly inspired. Unfortunately, they had no idea the store had been actually robbed just a week earlier. On edge from the recent crime, the shop owner didn't hesitate. He grabbed a shotgun. While Racecconi's teammate quickly surrendered, he kept up the act until the shopkeeper fired. Rushed to the hospital, he didn't survive, uttering his final words, "It's just a joke." The problem? A joke has to actually be funny. Claude François. The remarkable French musician and lyricist Claude François became widely celebrated in the 1960s for co-creating the original version of My Way. Despite his undeniable talent for music, François sometimes appeared to lack practical judgment. In 1978, while enjoying downtime at his home in Paris, he decided to soak in a bath. As he settled into the warm water and began to relax, the singer noticed an issue: the overhead light wasn't functioning. For some reason, the lamp refused to illuminate. François then came up with what seemed like a clever solution: to repair it himself. However, there was a critical flaw in his plan. He remained submerged in the bathtub. Needless to say, combining water and electricity is never safe. And as expected, when he touched the bulb, the wet singer tragically met his end through electrocution. What a truly shocking fate. Harry Houdini. Many of you probably think you understand how Harry Houdini, the renowned Hungarian-American escape artist and master of illusions, met his end. His incredible feats, such as being buried alive or escaping from a milk can filled with water, are legendary. But here's the truth. You haven't heard the entire story. Let's rewind to October 1926, when Houdini delivered a lecture at McGill University in Montreal. Following the event, he invited a group of students to his dressing room for further discussion. During this time, one curious student inquired whether it was accurate that Houdini could withstand blows to his abdomen, a claim he had made previously. Confirming the rumor, Houdini found himself unexpectedly tested as the student proceeded to strike him 4 or 5 times in the stomach. Ordinarily, Houdini would have braced himself for such impacts, but since he was resting on a sofa and unprepared, the punches caused significant discomfort. Despite the pain, he dismissed it. Later that day, he began experiencing intense stomach cramps, which only intensified the following day. While traveling by train to his next performance, he suffered from excruciating abdominal pain, cold sweats, and a fever exceeding 100 degrees. A doctor suspected appendicitis, yet Houdini, ever the dedicated performer, refused to postpone his show. Miraculously, he pushed through the performance, but as the final act concluded, he collapsed onto the stage. Rushed to the hospital, it was already too late. Surgeons removed his appendix, but it had burst days prior, releasing toxins into his body. The tale of the infamous punch that supposedly led to Houdini's demise has been recounted countless times, yet the punch itself was likely not the culprit. While it's true that appendicitis can occasionally be triggered by trauma, a condition known as traumatic appendicitis, such cases are exceptionally uncommon. Moreover, Houdini underwent surgery 9 days after the incident in question. If his appendix had ruptured immediately, he would have been incapacitated, unable to move, travel, or perform. Anyone who has experienced appendicitis can attest to just how debilitating the pain can be. So, could the punch have caused his appendix to burst? It seems highly unlikely, but the idea of a man who spent his life evading the most perilous and terrifying fates, only to succumb to a failure of his own internal systems, that's truly astonishing. 20+ stars who've been married many times. Did you know some stars tie the knot so many times it sounds like a plot twist in their own Hollywood movie? We're talking 20+ A-listers who've walked down the aisle again, and again, and again. But why? Are they chasing love, fame, or something else entirely? From legends like Jane Fonda to modern icons you'd never expect, their stories are wilder than any script. Think Marriage is Forever. These celebs might make you think twice, ready to uncover the drama, heartbreak, and surprising second chances. Let's dive in. David Hasselhoff. David Hasselhoff, famous for his standout performances in Knight Rider and Baywatch, has walked down the aisle 3 times. His first wife was actress Catherine Hickland, whom he married in 1984. Their marriage lasted 5 years before ending in divorce in 1989. Soon after, he tied the knot with actress Pamela Bach in 1989. Together, They welcomed two daughters, Haley and Taylor, and appeared to share a close-knit family life. However, as time passed, their relationship grew strained, leading to a widely publicized divorce in 2006 after 16 years of marriage, followed by an extended legal dispute. Several years later, in 2018, Hasselhoff wed Welsh model Hayley Roberts after 7 years of dating. Their love story began when they crossed paths during Hasselhoff's time on Britain's Got Talent, and despite a significant 27-year age gap, their bond flourished. Hasselhoff popped the question during a scenic Malibu picnic, and the couple exchanged vows in a stunning Italian ceremony. Since then, he has shared that their marriage has brought him both contentment and stability. And throughout his personal life, Hasselhoff has managed to juggle his thriving career with the complexities of multiple marriages. Recognized for his resilience both in Hollywood and in his private affairs, he continues to engage with audiences, maintaining his legacy through his work and life experiences. Angelina Jolie. Angelina Jolie, an acclaimed actress and humanitarian, has entered into marriage 3 times. She first wed British actor Johnny Lee Miller in 1996 after the two connected while filming Hackers. Their wedding was unconventional, with Jolie notably donning a shirt that had Miller's name inscribed in her blood. Despite this unique bond, their marriage ended amicably, culminating in a divorce in 1999. Her second marriage was to actor Billy Bob Thornton in 2000, a relationship that attracted widespread media attention due to the couple's unusual displays of affection, such as wearing vials containing each other's blood. Although their connection was intense, their marriage was brief, ending in divorce in 2003. In 2014, after nearly 10 years together, Jolie married Brad Pitt. The pair originally met in 2004 while working on Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and their romance, popularly known as Brangelina, became one of Hollywood's most talked about relationships. The couple shares 6 children, 3 of whom were adopted. However, their marriage dissolved in 2016, sparking a highly publicized and ongoing custody dispute. Despite her personal life frequently being in the spotlight, Jolie remains committed to humanitarian efforts and continues to thrive in her acting career. Though she has faced difficulties in her romantic life, she has openly emphasized prioritizing her children and her professional work, showcasing both independence and resilience. Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen, a widely recognized actor known for his performances in 2.5 Men and Platoon, has been married 3 times, with his private life frequently attracting as much attention as his work. His first marriage took place in 1995 when he wed model Donna Peel, but their relationship swiftly deteriorated, ending in divorce just a year later. Their brief union was highly scrutinized, as Sheen was entangled in a widely reported scandal at the time, adding strain to their marriage. In 2002, Sheen tied the knot with actress Denise Richards, a relationship that garnered significant media interest due to their celebrity status and the birth of their 2 daughters, Sam and Lola. However, their marriage was rocky, and in 2005, Richards filed for divorce, citing concerns regarding Sheen's behavior and lifestyle. Their split became a major media story, leading to ongoing legal disputes, particularly over custody arrangements. Although they have attempted to co-parent at times, conflicts persisted throughout the years. Sheen entered his 3rd marriage in 2008 with actress Brooke Muller, and they later had twin sons, Bob and Max. However, their relationship soon became tumultuous, plagued by legal troubles and personal struggles. The marriage ended in divorce in 2011 amid accusations of domestic violence and substance abuse, further complicating their family situation. Across his marriages and personal controversies, Sheen's life has been marked by extreme highs and lows. While his acting career has brought him considerable success, especially in television, his relationships have often been unstable, with many of his struggles unfolding publicly. Despite his challenges, Sheen continues to pursue work in entertainment and remains a polarizing yet lasting presence in Hollywood. Sean Penn. Sean Penn, a renowned actor and director, has been married 3 times, with each union attracting widespread media coverage due to his celebrity status and the prominence of his partners. His first marriage was to pop superstar Madonna in 1985, a relationship that captivated the public's attention. Frequently dubbed the power couple of the 1980s, their marriage was fiery yet unstable, facing relentless media scrutiny and allegations of domestic conflicts. Ultimately, irreconcilable differences led to their divorce in 1989 after 4 turbulent years. In 1996, Penn wed actress Robin Wright following a relationship marked by periods of separation and reconciliation. The couple welcomed 2 children, daughter Dylan and son Hopper, and despite their fame, they maintained a relatively private family life. Their marriage endured for over a decade, though it was punctuated by multiple separations and reunions. After 14 years together, they officially divorced in 2010. Despite their breakup, both later expressed appreciation for their time as a couple and remained dedicated to co-parenting their children. Penn's third marriage took place in 2020 when he quietly wed Australian-American actress Layla George. Having dated for several years, they opted for an intimate wedding during the pandemic. However, their union was short-lived, and by 2022 they had filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. The surprises keep coming with each new name. Comment 1 and hang tight until the end to discover the ultimate serial bride or groom. Britney Spears. Britney Spears, the pop icon famous for chart toppers like Baby One More Time and Toxic, has been married 3 times. Her first and briefest marriage took place in 2004 when she impulsively wed her childhood friend Jason Allen Alexander during a trip to Las Vegas. The union lasted a mere 55 hours before being annulled, drawing global media attention. Spears later described the event as a spontaneous decision made in the heat of the moment. Later that same year, she married dancer Kevin Federline, a romance that quickly became a media sensation, partly due to Federline's previous involvement with actress Shah Jackson. The couple had 2 sons, Sean Preston and Jaden James, but their relationship deteriorated, leading Spears to file for divorce in 2006. Their breakup was widely covered in the press, especially as it coincided with Spears' highly publicized mental health struggles and an intense custody battle, which initially resulted in Federline gaining primary custody. Spears' third marriage was to personal trainer Sam Asghari in 2022, following a relationship that had begun in 2016. The couple exchanged vows in an intimate ceremony attended by close friends and family. This milestone came at a transformative moment for Spears, as she had just won a legal fight to end her conservatorship, reclaiming control over her personal and financial affairs. Asghari played a supportive role during this transition, but their marriage ultimately ended in divorce in 2023. Gary Busey, the unconventional actor recognized for his performances in the Buddy Holly Story and Point Break, has been married 3 times. His first marriage was to Judy Helberg in 1968, and together they had a son, Jake Busey, who later pursued a career in acting like his father. Their marriage endured for over 20 years before ending in divorce in 1990. Busey's second marriage was to actress Tracy Hutchinson. Unlike his first highly publicized union, this relationship remained relatively low profile. The couple was briefly married in the 1990s before going their separate ways. Afterward, Busey engaged in several notable relationships but refrained from remarrying for an extended period. Later in life, Busey entered a third marriage, though little information about this relationship has been publicly disclosed. Throughout his turbulent personal journey, including a life-threatening motorcycle accident in 1988 and struggles with substance abuse, he has continued to have a presence in Hollywood. Known for his eccentric personality and unpredictable performances, Busey remains a distinctive figure in the entertainment industry. Barbara Walters, a trailblazer in American television journalism, was married 3 times, including twice to the same man. Her first marriage occurred in 1955 when she wed businessman Robert Henry Katz, but the relationship was brief and ended in annulment by 1957. In 1963, Walters married theatrical producer Lee Goober, with whom she adopted a daughter, Jacqueline. However, their marriage ultimately ended in divorce in 1976. During this period, Walters' career flourished as she became one of the first female anchors on national news, juggling the demands of motherhood alongside her professional rise. Her third and final marriage was to businessman Merv Adelson, whom she married in 1981, divorced, and then remarried in 1986. Despite rekindling their relationship, they parted ways permanently in 1992. Although her personal life had its challenges, Walters built an extraordinary career, earning acclaim for her exclusive interviews with celebrities and world leaders, and for co-founding and co-hosting The View. She often reflected openly on her marriages, admitting that her career-driven nature sometimes impacted her relationships. Kim Kardashian, a reality television icon and business mogul, has been married 3 times, with each union drawing widespread media coverage. Her first marriage occurred in 2000 at the age of 19 when she wed music producer Damon Thomas. Their relationship was reportedly troubled, and Kardashian later characterized it as emotionally abusive. The marriage ended in divorce in 2004. Her second marriage was to NBA player Kris Humphries in 2011. Their extravagant wedding, featured on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, captivated audiences, but the marriage infamously lasted just 72 days. The swift collapse became a pop culture phenomenon, and their divorce proceedings dragged on far longer than their brief time as husband and wife. In 2014, Kardashian entered her most notable marriage, tying the knot with rapper Kanye West. Dubbed Kimye by fans, the couple had 4 children together: North, Saint, Chicago, and Psalm. Their relationship was a blend of creative collaboration and intense public scrutiny. However, in 2021, Kardashian filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. The split generated massive attention, particularly as West's mental health and public actions became major talking points. Kate Winslet. Kate Winslet, a celebrated actress recognized for her performances in Titanic and The Reader, has been married 3 times. Her first marriage was to director Jim Threepleton in 1998, after they met on the set of Hideous Kinky. The couple welcomed a daughter, Mia, but their relationship encountered challenges, leading to a divorce in 2001. Winslet later expressed that they were moving in different directions and the separation was amicable. Her second marriage to director Sam Mendes in 2003 attracted significant media attention. The two collaborated on Revolutionary Road, a film examining the intricacies of marriage, with Mendes directing Winslet. They had a son, Joe, and while their relationship appeared stable for years, they announced their separation in 2010, surprising many who viewed them as a strong couple. Winslet remained dedicated to both her career and maintaining a private family life. In 2012, she wed businessman Ned Rock'n'Roll, nephew of billionaire Richard Branson, after meeting him during a vacation on Branson's private island. The couple shares a son, Bear, and Winslet has spoken warmly about their marriage, describing it as supportive and grounded. She continues to juggle her thriving career with family life, maintaining her status as one of Hollywood's most esteemed actresses. Do you think Kate Winslet's demanding acting career played a role in her multiple marriages? Comment yes or no and share your thoughts. Kris Jenner. Kris Jenner, the powerhouse behind the Kardashian-Jenner empire and a shrewd entrepreneur, has been married twice and is currently in a long-term relationship. Her first marriage was to attorney Robert Kardashian in 1978, resulting in 4 children: Kourtney, Kim, Khloe, and Rob. Best known for his role on O.J. Simpson's defense team, Kardashian remained on good terms with Jenner even after their divorce in 1991. Though their split was amicable, Jenner later acknowledged having been unfaithful during their marriage. Despite their separation, they continued to co-parent and support each other. Her second marriage was to former Olympic athlete Caitlyn Jenner, then Bruce Jenner, in 1991, marking a transformative period for the Kardashian-Jenner dynasty. The couple had 2 daughters, Kendall and Kylie, and during their marriage, Kris took on the role of managing her children's careers. This led to the creation of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, which skyrocketed the family to worldwide fame. After more than 2 decades together, they separated in 2013, and Caitlyn publicly came out as transgender in 2015. Jenner has openly discussed the challenges that came with this transition and their evolving dynamic. In recent years, she has been in a committed relationship with Corey Gamble, though they have not wed. As a key figure in her family's ever-expanding brand, Jenner remains deeply involved in both their business ventures and pop culture, demonstrating her keen sense for opportunity while overseeing their influential empire. Renee Zellweger. Renee Zellweger, renowned for her dynamic acting career, including iconic performances in Bridget Jones's Diary and Judy, has been married once, but has also been linked to several high-profile relationships. Her only marriage was to country singer Kenny Chesney in 2005, a union that drew media attention due to its rapid pace. The couple wed just 4 months after meeting. However, the marriage was brief, ending in an annulment after another 4 months. Zellweger cited fraud as the legal basis, sparking speculation, though she later clarified that the term was simply a legal formality and did not imply any misconduct by Chesney. After this short-lived marriage, she kept much of her personal life out of the spotlight, but was romantically connected to actors Jim Carrey and Bradley Cooper. While her love life has often intrigued the public, Zellweger has remained dedicated to her craft. earning widespread acclaim and an Academy Award for her portrayal of Judy Garland in Judy. She has successfully balanced the pressures of Hollywood with a relatively private lifestyle, reinforcing her status as one of the industry's most respected actresses. Zellweger continues to achieve professional milestones while prioritizing personal fulfillment, choosing to maintain a life away from constant public scrutiny. Demi Moore. Demi Moore, a widely recognized Hollywood actress, has been married 3 times. Her first marriage was to musician Freddie Moore in 1980, when she was just 18 years old. Although their relationship ended in divorce in 1985, she chose to keep his last name professionally. Soon after, her acting career gained momentum. Moore's second and most high-profile marriage was to actor Bruce Willis in 1987. The two quickly became one of Hollywood's most celebrated couples, welcoming 3 daughters, Rumor, Scout and Tallulah, during their 13-year union. Despite divorcing in 2000, they remained on friendly terms, successfully co-parenting and even celebrating holidays together, offering a rare example of an amicable Hollywood split. In 2005, Moore wed actor Ashton Kutcher, a relationship that drew major media attention due to their 15-year age difference. Their marriage lasted until 2013, with their separation surrounded by speculation of infidelity. After the divorce, Moore opened up about her struggles and personal hardships in her best-selling memoir, Inside Out. Halle Berry. Halle Berry, an Academy Award-winning actress celebrated for her performances in Monsters Ball and X-Men, has been married 3 times. Her first marriage was to baseball player David Justice in 1993, a relationship that attracted significant media attention. However, after 4 years together, they divorced in 1997. Berry later spoke about the emotional impact of the breakup, describing it as a time of deep personal reflection and growth. In 2001, she wed musician Eric Bennett, but their marriage was troubled by Bennett's infidelity. Determined to salvage the relationship, Berry pursued therapy and made efforts to reconcile, but the marriage ultimately ended in divorce in 2005. This period was particularly difficult for her, as she had been open about her desire for a lasting partnership and family life. In 2013, Berry married French actor Olivier Martinez, whom she met on the set of Dark Tide. The couple had a son, Maceo, and for a while their marriage appeared stable. However, they announced their separation in 2015, citing irreconcilable differences. Despite these challenges, Berry has remained a strong advocate for privacy, prioritizing her role as a mother while continuing to thrive in her acting career. Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, a global film star renowned for his performances in Top Gun and the Mission Impossible franchise, has been married 3 times. His first marriage was to actress Mimi Rogers in 1987. Rogers, who introduced Cruise to Scientology, had a significant influence on both his personal beliefs and early career. However, their marriage lasted only 3 years, ending in divorce in 1990. The same year, Cruise's stardom soared with films like Days of Thunder. His second and most high-profile marriage was to actress Nicole Kidman. The two met while filming Days of Thunder and married that same year, quickly becoming one of Hollywood's most celebrated couples. Over their 11-year marriage, they adopted 2 children, Isabella and Connor, but their unexpected divorce in 2001 shocked both fans and the media. While neither has publicly disclosed the exact reasons for their split, speculation has long pointed to Cruise's deep commitment to Scientology as a contributing factor. In 2006, Cruise wed actress Katie Holmes after a highly publicized courtship, which included his now famous couch-jumping moment on The Oprah Winfrey Show. The couple welcomed a daughter, Suri, but their marriage ended in 2012 when Holmes filed for divorce. Reports suggested she sought greater independence and control over Suri's upbringing, particularly away from Cruise's Scientology influence. Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman were once Hollywood's golden couple. Do you think they'll ever get back together? Comment yes or no. Kenny Chesney. Kenny Chesney, a highly successful country music artist, has been married once, though his personal life has frequently drawn public interest. His only marriage was to actress Renee Zellweger in 2005. The two met earlier that year at a tsunami relief event and quickly developed a whirlwind romance. Their picturesque beach wedding in the Virgin Islands appeared storybook perfect, but the marriage ended in an annulment after just 4 months. The legal filing cited fraud as the reason, fueling media speculation, though both later explained that the term was merely a legal technicality rather than an accusation of deception. Chesney later admitted he had not been ready for the depth of commitment that marriage required. Since then, he's remained private about his relationships, choosing instead to concentrate on his career. With numerous chart-topping hits, Chesney continues to be a dominant figure in country music, widely recognized for his energetic performances and laid-back, beach-inspired songs. While his short-lived marriage to Zellweger remains a notable moment in his life, Chesney has emphasized that his greatest priority remains his music and his connection with fans. Drew Barrymore. The actress and producer Drew Barrymore, celebrated for her performances in films like E.T., Never Been Kissed, and The Wedding Singer, has experienced 3 marriages throughout her life. Her initial marriage occurred at the age of 19 when she wed Welsh bar owner Jeremy Thomas in 1994. Lasting merely a few months, this union ended quickly after Barrymore initiated divorce proceedings soon following their ceremony. This fleeting relationship mirrored the chaotic nature of Barrymore's early days in Hollywood, where she encountered both career triumphs and personal challenges. In 2001, she tied the knot with comedian Tom Green, her co-star in Charlie's Angels. Their unconventional romance garnered significant media attention, yet they parted ways within a year, officially dissolving their marriage in 2002. Despite the split, both have expressed warm memories of their time together, recognizing that their paths diverged naturally. Barrymore's third marriage, to art consultant Will Koppelman in 2012, appeared to offer stability. Together, they welcomed 2 daughters, Olive and Frankie, and for years Barrymore balanced motherhood with her acting endeavors. Nonetheless, the couple divorced in 2016, emphasizing their commitment to fostering a respectful co-parenting dynamic. Since then, Barrymore has prioritized raising her children while advancing her thriving lifestyle brand and maintaining her status as a prominent figure in the entertainment industry. Jane Fonda. The legendary actress, activist, and fitness icon Jane Fonda has navigated 3 marriages, each shaping distinct phases of her life. Her first union was with French filmmaker Roger Vadim in 1965, during which they welcomed a daughter, Vanessa. Reflecting on this period, Fonda revealed that Vadim's conventional beliefs about gender dynamics heavily influenced their relationship. The couple parted ways in 1973, signaling a pivotal moment as Fonda pursued greater autonomy and purpose. Following her initial divorce, she married activist and politician Tom Hayden in the same year. Their bond was deeply tied to shared commitments to social justice and activism, particularly during the Vietnam War era. Together, they had a son named Troy and adopted a daughter, Mary. Though their marriage spanned 17 years and was built on mutual ideals, they eventually drifted apart, leading to their split in 1990. Fonda's third marriage connected her with media titan Ted Turner, the creator of CNN, in 1991. This high-profile partnership brought together 2 influential personalities, but it lasted only a decade before concluding in 2001. Fonda has candidly discussed how differing lifestyles and viewpoints contributed to their separation, yet they maintain respectful relations. Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez, an internationally acclaimed star in music, film, and fashion, has been married 4 times, with each marriage unfolding in the public eye. Her first husband was Cuban waiter Ojani Noah, whom she wed in 1997. Their marriage lasted less than a year, but legal disputes, including Noah's attempts to publish a tell-all book, kept them entangled in media controversies for years. In 2001, Lopez married dancer Chris Judd after meeting him while filming her Love Don't Cost a Thing music video. Although their relationship appeared promising, they divorced in less than 2 years, with their highly publicized split drawing significant media attention. Her third and longest marriage was to singer Mark Anthony in 2004. The couple welcomed twins, Max and Aimee, and their bond extended beyond family as they frequently collaborated on music and film projects. However, after 7 years, they announced their separation in 2011, finalizing their divorce in 2014. Despite parting ways, they remain close friends and committed co-parents. In 2022, Lopez married actor Ben Affleck, reigniting a romance nearly 2 decades after their original engagement in the early 2000s. Their reunion captivated fans, bringing their love story full circle. Melanie Griffith. Actress Melanie Griffith, renowned for her roles in Working Girl and Something Wild, has experienced 4 marriages with 3 different men, each reflecting various chapters of her life under the public eye. Her initial marriage occurred in 1976 to actor Don Johnson when she was only 18, Their intense yet brief union ended within 6 months, though their tumultuous on-again, off-again connection remained a significant thread in Griffith's personal narrative. In 1981, she wed actor Stephen Bauer, with whom she welcomed her first son, Alexander Bauer. The couple stayed together for several years before parting ways in 1989. During this period, Griffith's career soared, but she also grappled with personal hurdles, such as addiction, which strained her relationships. Griffith remarried Don Johnson in 1989, more than 10 years after their first marriage. Together they had a daughter, actress Dakota Johnson. However, their renewed relationship proved fleeting, culminating in another divorce in 1996. Reflecting later, Griffith attributed their struggles to her ongoing battle with addiction and the challenges of juggling family and work. In 1996, Griffith tied the knot with Spanish actor Antonio Banderas. Their high-profile relationship seemed solid for nearly 2 decades, and they added a daughter, Stella, to their family. However, they revealed their decision to separate in 2014, officially dissolving their marriage in 2015. Despite the split, Griffith and Banderas maintain amicable relations and collaborate harmoniously in raising their child. Frank Sinatra, the legendary singer and actor, was married 4 times, with each marriage reflecting a different chapter of his illustrious career. His first marriage took place in 1939 when he wed Nancy Barbato before achieving widespread fame. Together they had 3 children, Nancy, Frank Jr., and Tina. Though his soaring career brought financial success, it also placed a strain on their marriage due to his demanding schedule and widely publicized affairs. They divorced in 1951 but remained on good terms, with Sinatra continuing to support his family. Shortly after, he married actress Ava Gardner in 1951, a relationship marked by passion and volatility. Their romance was intense, often fraught with heated arguments, amplified by their strong personalities and demanding Hollywood careers. Despite their deep affection for one another, their on-again, off-again dynamic led to a divorce in 1957 after 6 tumultuous years. In 1966, Sinatra wed actress Mia Farrow, a marriage that gained significant attention due to their 30-year age difference. Farrow was 21, while Sinatra was 50 at the time of their union. Their relationship lasted only 2 years, officially ending in 1968, though they maintained a lifelong friendship. His 4th and final marriage was to Barbara Marx in 1976, a partnership that endured until his passing in 1998. Their relationship was known for its stability, with Barbara providing a grounding presence in Sinatra's later years. Liza Minnelli. The celebrated actress and singer Liza Minnelli has experienced 4 marriages, each contributing to the fascinating complexity of her life. Her first marriage took place in 1967 when she wed entertainer Peter Allen. Lasting 7 years, this relationship was notable for its unique dynamics, as Allen had been a close friend of Minnelli's mother, Judy Garland. Though their union ended in divorce in 1974, Minnelli later expressed that they maintained a deep friendship despite the difficulties they encountered. In 1974, Minnelli married producer and director Jack Haley Jr., whose father played the Tin Man in The Wizard of Oz, further intertwining Minnelli with her mother's legacy. Despite their glamorous pairing, the demands of their careers and personal differences led to their divorce in 1979. Minnelli's 3rd marriage to sculptor Mark Gero in 1979 became her longest-lasting, enduring for 13 years until their split in 1992. During this period, Minnelli's professional success flourished, though she also confronted personal challenges, including struggles with addiction. Even after their divorce, Gero continued to play an important role in Minnelli's life. Her 4th marriage, to concert promoter David Guest in 2002, began with a lavish ceremony attended by numerous celebrities. However, the relationship soon became fraught with tension, and the couple separated after only a year. Their divorce in 2007 was widely publicized, marked by contentious legal disputes and mutual accusations. Gina Davis, the Oscar-winning actress famous for her performances in Thelma and Louise and A League of Their Own, has navigated 4 marriages throughout her life. Her first union was with restaurateur Richard Amolo in 1982, though it lasted only until 1983. At this stage, Davis was just beginning to establish herself as an actress, and the strain of her growing fame may have played a role in their separation. Her second marriage came in 1985 when she wed actor Jeff Goldblum, meeting him during the filming of Transylvania 6, 5000. The couple became a beloved Hollywood duo, starring together in films like The Fly. Despite their on-screen chemistry, they parted ways in 1990 after 5 years of marriage. Davis has since spoken warmly of Goldblum, and the two have remained friendly. In 1993, Davis married Finnish filmmaker Renny Harlin, who directed her in Cutthroat Island and The Long Kiss Goodnight. Although these films didn't achieve box office success, their professional collaboration added tension to their personal relationship, leading to their divorce in 1998. Davis's fourth marriage was to surgeon Reza Jarrahi in 2001, and together they welcomed 3 children. During this time, Davis stepped away from acting to focus on raising her family. However, after 17 years, the couple separated in 2018, with their divorce turning into a legal dispute over the validity of their marriage, as Davis claimed they had never been officially wed. And so there you have it. The wild whirlwind journeys of 20-plus stars who've said "I do" more times than most of us can count. Their stories show us that even the biggest icons face love's ups and downs. Some found happiness, others learned from mistakes, and a few are still searching. But one thing's clear. Life isn't a... Demi Moore. Demi Moore, a widely recognized Hollywood actress, has been married 3 times. Her first marriage was to musician Freddie Moore in 1980, when she was just 18 years old. Although their relationship ended in divorce in 1985, she chose to keep his last name professionally. Soon after, her acting career gained momentum. Moore's second and most high-profile marriage was to actor Bruce Willis in 1987. The two quickly became one of Hollywood's most celebrated couples, welcoming 3 daughters, Rumor, Scout and Tallulah, during their 13-year union. Despite divorcing in 2000, they remained on friendly terms, successfully co-parenting and even celebrating holidays together, offering a rare example of an amicable Hollywood split. In 2005, Moore wed actor Ashton Kutcher, a relationship that drew major media attention due to their 15-year age difference. Their marriage lasted until 2013, with their separation surrounded by speculation of infidelity. After the divorce, Moore opened up about her struggles and personal hardships in her best-selling memoir, Inside Out. So there you have it. The craziest, wildest ways some of our favorite celebs met their ends. Shocking, right? But here's the thing. These stories aren't just entertainment. They're reminders that even the biggest stars are human. Fame doesn't make you invincible. Sometimes it's the little things, a forgotten lamp, a punch to the stomach, that can change everything. What can we learn from this? Life's unpredictable. Take care of yourself. Don't underestimate the small stuff. And maybe, just maybe, skip that risky stunt. These legends remind us to live smart, stay humble, and cherish every moment. After all, we're all in this together, celebs and fans alike. If you love these wild tales, hit that like button and subscribe to Iconic Turn on those notifications so you never miss another crazy story. Trust me, you won't regret it. And while you're at it, check out our end screen for an eye-opener on 25 Hollywood stars who were actually jerks in real life. Ever wondered what your favorite star was really like behind the scenes? Spoiler alert, not everyone's as glamorous as they seem. Click now, you won't believe what you find. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep coming back for more. See you in the next one.